They deserve it.
Oh wait, of course, Rivers Angels are almost through to the semi-finals as well. They still lead Sunshine Queens by 2 goals to nothing in Enugu. But elsewhere, we can report that Bayelsa Queens, the league champions, are out. They've been beaten 3-1 on penalties by Delta Queens in Owerri. The match ended 1-1 after regulation time, but Delta Queens won the swing penalties 3 goals to 1. So Delta Queens are through to the semi-finals. They will be joining Rivers Angels will be joining them most likely because Rivers Angels still lead by 2 goals to nothing and they're deep into the second half of that encounter. We haven't gotten updates from the other 2 quarterfinal games. When we do, we'll definitely be giving to you. But of course, you heard from Stanley Guma, the head coach of Rivers United. Of course, he has spoken so much about what they've done so far this season and how he was even able to get it right against Lobby Stars. Let's shift our attention quickly to the AFCON. All right, the federal government has released ₦1 billion, yes, ₦1 billion to the Nigerian Football Federation to cover the country's participation at the 2019 AFCON in Egypt, as well as pay up the outstanding entitlements of both the Super Falcons and the Flying Eagles. Now, this cash came under the intervention fund as the NFF failed to submit the budget for the 2019 AFCON. Officials disclosed on Friday, that was 2 days ago, the Eagles received their win bonus for the Burundi match. Both the Falcons and Flying Eagles staged pay strikes at their respective World Cups in France and Poland. They are now expected to be paid in the coming days. Officials have confirmed. To be recalled that the federal government released the #1.6 billion to the NFF for last year's World Cup in Russia. This sum of money, we understand, has not been properly accounted for, allegedly, so to say. Okay, let's quickly talk about the ₦1 billion release. It will cover for the Eagles' participation at the AFCON. So they wouldn't have any issues with bonuses again if they disburse these monies to the players as at Wendy and all that. Guy, good moves, the good move you want to talk about, you want to say here?
Yeah, it's a good move. I did talk about yesterday the fact that
But is it coming late?
I don't think it's coming late. I don't think.
No, they should have gone to the tournament with the money before.
The problem. No, we have to look at the problem before we then look at the solutions. The problem was that the budget wasn't submitted by Solomon Dalong. That's the problem. And these things are official. We know how bureaucracies work. You don't just step up and say you want to pick up money from somewhere. It's an intervention fund, and even to get intervention funds, certain processes have to be done. You don't just wake up in the morning and say, "Government, give me ₦1 billion." It doesn't happen that way. When the issues came up, what I felt was, okay, Majipinik maybe initially should have complained to the federal government earlier to tell them, okay, we don't have the money yet, so try to help us. But at this stage, I think the president has done quite well to give us the money, and I just hope that Majipinik and Akinwumi, who is acting now, use the money judiciously.
All right, Victor, quickly, it's not the first time. In 1 month, yes, in the space of 1 month, we had 3 national teams protesting over bonuses. Under 20 at the World Cup in Poland refused to come back. Yeah. they had to incur further debt, right there by failing to leave the hotel when they were supposed to. The same happened to the Falcons at the World Cup in France after they were eliminated. They also overstayed their welcome there. The Super Eagles, in fact, Ahmed Musa did not even come out for the press because they were having a meeting to try to resolve the pay row right there in Egypt. And of course, 3 national teams in 1 month. It's not the first time we are having 3 national teams.
True.
So it's a recurring decimal. So going forward, what do you think should be done to avert this shameful situation? We always, in the global media for negative reasons, especially as it has to do with bonuses and whatever.
It's simple, the right thing, the right time. We know what is right, we know what is expected, we know that these guys will be needing their match bonuses, we know that they're going to be needing some finances. Then give it to them the right time, not halfway through the competition, not when the Super Eagles have played 2 group games before it's coming out. Really, it makes completely no sense. But I just have to say this, Emeka. We keep on saying it. Sometimes it looks like the only national team that Nigeria has is actually the Nigerian Super Eagles, because we don't see the government intervene when all these other national teams come into play. We see them intervene later on. But now look at this case for the Nigerian Super Eagles. I mean, just when did the protests begin? Normally, other teams would wait the AFCON for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. They had to wait till the end Same thing also. So really, these kind of things, they are not really required. Do the right thing the right time. We know what is right. We know what is expected. Then do it when we are supposed to do it. That's just it. I wish we can really learn from our mistakes, because the truth is, it looks like we don't learn from our mistakes in the country. We've seen this over time. We've seen how the country's name has been put to the mud, and by the media, by these recurring decimals. I just hope we eventually learn in this particular one.
All right, we hope they will get to learn going forward. Do they ever learn? That's another question. All right, we'll shift our attention now to the match proper, the preview for that big match. I want to say Nigeria, Madagascar. Madagascar still have everything to play for. Yes, they have 4 points, right?
Yeah,
they have 4 points. Yes.
They won the second game. They drew.
Exactly. They drew the first game with Guinea. 2-2. Beat Burundi by a goal to nothing. Yeah. So they have 4 points. They're actually second behind us. If they beat us today, they will leapfrog us.
Top the group.
Exactly. They will top the group, and the Eagles will not want that to happen. Chidebe will be giving us the starting 11 for Gennett Ross men, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, after this timeout.
Super Eagles, no tension. You are winning. By the grace of God, you shall win.
All right, Chidebe, let's go. The Super Eagles lineup came out over an hour ago, so let's have the guys that will be playing for us today.
Yeah, the manager told us that he was going to do a major rejigging in that side, and that's exactly what he's done, because we are lined out in a 4-3-3 formation, and it's the injured man, or the man who just recovered from his injury, Ike Chukwuezenwa, who deputizes in goal in the competition. And in the defense for us, Leon Balogun will be playing from left back this time around, but in the defensive, the centre back pairing, we've got William Chus Ekong pairing with Ola Aino. I think there should be a switch later on. Then Chidozie Awaziem comes in from right back. And in the midfield, yes, we've got the ever-experienced one, the Champions League winner, Europa League winner, all the trophies you can think about.
The captain of the side.
Yes, the captain of the side, John Mikel Obi, is in midfield, as well as Ogene Kare Tebo and John Ogu coming in for Wilfred Onye there. And up front, we've got Odion Igalu, Samuel Kalu, and then Ahmed Musa.
All right, you heard the lineup right there. Mikel comes back to the starting 11 for the Super Eagles. No place for Wilfred Ndidi in the starting 11 today. Maybe the coach wants to rest him. Iwobi is also being rested. Yes, he will start on a good day, but today doesn't see action. And of course, Nigeria heading to that final fixture today with Madagascar. Yes, having guaranteed knockout places already in this year's AFCON. Madagascar, on the back of their first ever win in the competition, know that a draw against Super Eagles will be enough to seal their place in the next round. Even if they lose, I'm thinking that they will still qualify with 4 points. All right, so at the end of the day, today's fixture will represent the fifth meeting between the top two, the two nations. As a matter of fact, Madagascar are yet to register a win or a goal against their opponents, Super Eagles. And Nigeria were held to a goalless draw back in 2000, but they will have since netted 5 goals without reply in their last 3 contests. Now, however, it has been almost 8 years since the teams met during qualifying for the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations. Let's take a listen to Super Eagles coach Gennett Ross speaking about the changes to today's encounter. You have the lineup already. We've seen those changes. Let's hear from the man confirming that before even the match today.
Expect some changes. I can say yes, because I want to put everybody under pressure to be concerned by the matches. There is competition on each position now, even in the goalkeeper department, even in the central defense, even for the striker positions. And so we will see in the last training tonight which changes we can do. You saw that already.
All right, the man has made those changes already. Let's hear him talk about the quality of the Burundi side that his team played today.
The quality of the team of Madagascar, we saw them doing better than us in scoring 3 goals against teams. We only scored 2. So they were better offensively against them. But we had a solid performance in our 2 games. Didn't concede a goal. So there will be really an interesting match to see.
Super Eagles, no tension, you are winning.
right, that was Ross speaking about the Madagascar side, not Burundi, like I erroneously said earlier. Of course, that match kicks off in the next 15 minutes. Super Eagles of Nigeria up against their counterparts from Madagascar. A win will ensure Nigeria top that group. If it ends in a clean sheet for Nigeria again, then it will be the first time in the history of the Super Eagles that they will win 3 matches at the AFCON or even qualify for the next round without conceding a goal. Nice one there for the team, you have to say. I'm sure a lot of you have not been impressed with what they've done so far, but you heard the lineup. What do you make of what the players the coach has selected today? John Obi Mikel is back in the team. The Igbo we have them today. I don't know whether they will be playing, as the centre-back pairing. Let's see how they line up eventually. But there's also Olai, who did so well in the game against Burundi. And of course, we also have Chidozie Awazi. No place there for Kenneth Omero. He has to be rested. And of course, in the middle of the park, we have John Ogu, Wilfred, Ogenekare Tebo, and Mikel Obi. And up front, we have Ahmed Musa, the captain of the side. Is he playing today?
Yes,
he's starting. All right. So, he's starting as well.
Yeah,
with
who's
the
the
captain?
captain?
Oh, great. No, Mikel is the captain.
Definitely.
All right. Of course, we also have
Odion
Igalo leading the line, and of course, the man who collapsed at some point in Egypt, Samuel Carlo. Thank goodness he's back, and of course, he will start today for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Wisdom, quickly, 30 seconds. What do you make of that lineup?
Well,
is it one that can give us results today against Madagascar?
A good one, I tell you, a good way to test. You look at the fact that John Mikel Obi will be pairing Ogenekare Etebo in defensive midfield. It looks like John Ogu might be the one behind Odion Igalo today from the lineups and what we have. Samuel Kalo will be coming in from the flanks while Odion Igalo will be leading the line. So I tell you, it's a good way to still test. The Oyibo wall is back. William Trustekong and Leon Balogun will be pairing off in defense right there. So I think it's a good one, a good way to see one or two things we've not been able to notice, a good way to also test run one or two players. And don't forget, Ikechukwu is in one.
In goals today. It means officially Francis Sosoho is now the third choice goalkeeper of the Super Eagles.
It's
for him not to
even
start
wearing
today.
number 1 today.
All right, of course, let's quickly go to the phone lines to get your thoughts on that encounter. Prediction. Before we go to the phone lines, let's get the thoughts of the guys in the building. How do you see this match ending? Superman, let's start from you.
Well, I tell you, Emeka, there are no pushovers. Jeremy Morel of Lyon plays for this team. They have a guy, Mark Cody. The other part of the name is long. He plays for Sporting Challenge. I tell you, they have decent players who could actually... And I saw the game again they played against Burundi. If not for their top 9, they would have scored more than 1 goal. At least in the first half, they should have finished off that one. I hope we'll have enough firepower to be able to withstand these guys. Nigeria winning.
So what's your prediction?
Nigeria winning 2 goals.
After all the credit you give to the Madagascar team, Nigeria will still be there.
Well, it's just I am a Nigerian. I'm talking from my own perspective, of course.
All right, so Victor, let's go. Your own prediction?
Well, I think Nigeria would not finish with that
clean sheet.
I think they'll eventually get a goal in this particular one.
Nigeria will concede a goal.
Now, yes, we will concede a goal because the truth be told, Madagascar, if they win Nigeria, then they have a possibility of finishing top. So they can either finish top, second or third, depending on how the results of today's match pan out today. So I think it's going to be really tightly contested. I want to say it's going to be a score draw, maybe 2-2, or Nigeria edges it with just a 1-goal difference. But I can tell you that Madagascar will get a goal.
All right, of course, that's the man Wisdom talked about in the picture, the Madagascar danger man.
Marco.
Okay.
He was the one who scored the goal, the winning goal against...
All right, just forget about the surname, okay? Quite long. They have so many guys with long names. Even the capital of their country, Antananarivo, very, very long, I tell you. I used to know their former president, Mark Ravo Lomanana. What a name. All right, should have been your own prediction before we go to the phone line.
First off, I'm very shocked that the change I expected to see, I'm not seeing it, and that's in the striking position. That's where we struggle.
Igalo is starting today.
Exactly. I was thinking give Victor Osimhen the chance. So maybe Victor Osimhen.
Maybe they will come in the second half.
No, that's why we have this kind of game. If you want to make a change, then you should make it in.
But we haven't won the group. If we win the group, we stand a chance of playing a weaker team in the round of 16.
Exactly. But I'm saying,
if Madagascar beat us today, then we could face some of the big boys we are supposed to avoid.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the key.
So the coach has made the lineup strong too. If you look at it very well,
it's a strong. Even if you have Victor Osimhen in that lineup, it's still a strong lineup. I'm thinking where we have decisive problems in that attacking in the striker department. Sometimes, I mean, we saw Seka just generally putting
Nigeria has
Igalo in his
scored
pocket.
2 goals in this competition. One of them came from Igalo. The other came from a defender.
Yeah,
so Igalo is still the most potent striker we have in the team right now.
But you can't just live on scoring 2 goals in 2 games. I mean, I thought Victor Osimhen should have been given
All
a
right,
chance.
you're not the coach. Let's let know coach and see what he will come out with at the end of the day. In the meantime,
for predictions, I think I don't need to be a Nigerian to think that Nigeria is going to win Madagascar. The lineup is quite.
But we beat Burundi 1-0. Madagascar also beat Burundi 1-0.
We've got a brilliant defense. You have to give it to us. And in this particular game, you've got 2 defensive-minded midfielders in that game. John Mikel Obi as well as John Ogu. They can seal that game for you any day, anytime. And of course, our defense have given a good account of themselves, except of course, Ikechukwu Ezenwa wants to sell out this game today.
Let's wait and see how that one eventually pans out. The guys have made their predictions, unanimously giving it to Nigeria. Win for Nigeria right there. How about you out there? Do you think Nigeria will win this one? 0817 0000951 0817 0000951. Can also reach us on 0810 9510951. Yes, you can also talk about Rivers United and their brilliant run in the ITO Cup this season. They play Niger Tornadoes hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday next week in Lagos. That's in the semi-finals. Rivers Angels doing quite well as well. Let's see if they've wrapped up that game against Sunshine Queens. They were leading 2-0, and of course they are almost equally through to the second to the semi-final of the Women's ITO Cup. Let's get to hear from you guys right now. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, a very good evening to you. Welcome to Today's Sports Live.
Good evening. My name is Prosper Linus.
All right, Prosper, good to have you on the show. Your prediction: Nigeria versus Burundi, Madagascar.
I win 1-0.
Nigeria win 1-0.
Yes.
All right. Who do you think will score?
Igalo.
All right, Igalo to score for Nigeria in a 1-0 win. Thank you so much for your prediction. Keep those predictions coming true. Nigeria up against Madagascar next 8 minutes right there in Alexandria, the new home of the Super Eagles in Egypt. I mean, they've gotten the results so far there. In fact, even in the second round, I hear they will also be playing there, right?
Well, yes, and just to comment on the stadium, it looks like it's a little better than the last time.
The fans have come out today. Hello.
Yes, Emeka, I bring you greetings, my brother.
Obinna, I also bring you greetings from Yenagua.
Emeka, this tournament, let's remember one thing. Senegal can finish second. Ivory Coast can finish second. Ghana can still finish second. So when we say top the group, the big boys, most of the big boys on go to second. So Ghana Trust will have that in mind. To check the group, we see. I don't know why Akpei is not starting this game. I don't want to be sounding so direct now with this man. Akpei, this guy is a good goalkeeper, but the only thing missing is confidence. I think playing this guy in almost all the matches, there are some goalkeepers that grow as the tournament progresses. It should have been better. I don't know why the experiment Ikechukwu is doing there. Akpei was supposed to start this match. He was shooting at the first match. He improved a bit at the second match. You're going to the knockout days. Are you trying to tell me that if Ikechukwu performs today, will you replace?
Wait and see. Maybe just a chance to test the other goalkeeper in the team. I mean, until the next match, which is the round of 16 encounter, we know whether Akpei will come back as number 1. But from the look of things, it looks like Akpei is the first choice goalkeeper in the team at the moment.
But Emeka, I think Obinna has made a very, very valid point. I mean, Akpei, the clear problem he has is confidence. And you
need more games to build that.
You need games to build the confidence. And this is the kind of game where you can build that confidence. Give him the games. Let him get the confidence. Other changes are quite okay. But then Akpei needs to be in goal because he needs that confidence. The goalkeeping department is a very vital area when it comes to football. And Nigeria, we are struggling with that department. We've got a goalkeeper who needs the confidence. And there's no better way to get confidence than to get playing time.
Well, I do agree, but I know how it is to actually coach in Nigerian side. If we don't give SNY a chance, some Nigerians would also tell you said he's our number one, and it's just injury that made you keep him on the bench.
You are the coach.
couldn't
That's why you make those decisions.
Against Madagascar.
Why do you end up big money?
I think you can cut him some slack for that too. A lot of questions have been asked as to why SNY was not number one. The guy has kept on 2 or 3 interviews he has granted after these consecutive games. He has kept on repeating he was out injured. That's why I did not play him. So just maybe he wants to justify his claims and probably give him a starting shirt. Although I'm not also in support of the fact that he's giving Akpeyi less of a game where this should have been a game where he could comfortably relax and do all the catchings. And in case any falterings, it will not be taken seriously since we already have one leg in the next.
Of
round.
course, we're in the round of 16 already. No matter what happens today, Victor, there's another game in that group going on that will be going on at the same time with that of Nigeria, Madagascar. Guinea are up against Burundi. Burundi
has no point.
Yeah, no point, right?
Yes.
Lost their first 2 matches, but Guinea have got a solid 3 points from that opening day draw with the Madagascar 2-2. How do you see that match panning out today as well?
Well, I think Guinea, it most likely will go in favor of Guinea. Guinea will do all they can to make sure that they pile the pressure on Burundi and get all 3 points, so at least they could finish the 3rd position as one of the 3rd best placed teams.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
A very good evening now. Make it evening.
Oh, evening, yeah. Yeah, the Nigerian...
Yeah, let's meet you. Your name and your location.
Over 2.5.
Your name and your location. He runs away. All right. I'm sure his prediction is over 2.5. But gentlemen, I'm not a betting man. What does that mean?
More than 2 goals.
You bet too.
No. You
Okay. The fans there today at the Alexandria Stadium is a bit encouraging, right? The Nigerian delegation have equally landed. The supporters club, the NFF officials, and we had a high-powered federal government delegation should be there as well for this match. Of course, led by the Senate President.
They like this kind of stuff.
There's also Solomon Dalong there. I can tell you for free.
He's still
he was nominated by the presidency as part of the delegation, as a matter of fact. So he never can tell. He could still return as a sports minister, But that is a story for another day.
I wanted to say lightning strikes twice sometimes. Okay. So let's just keep our fingers crossed.
All right, we'll wait and see. So no need to talk about the lineup of Madagascar, right? Because of their jaw-breaking names, right?
I pity for the commentators. I tell you. You have to go
just taking the first names. Or maybe the first names today.
No, you just pick the first name. That's what you do. You take the first name.
All right, let's get further predictions from you guys out there before we take you to the live coverage of that encounter between Nigeria and Madagascar. 0817 0000951. Can also reach us on 0810 9510 951. Obin, how did they line up in the
just
defense?
As I said, for the defensive pairings, it's Leon Balogun and William Chustek.
Okay,
John Ogu will be the one behind the strikers, while Mikel
and Tebo will sit deep. Yes. Okay. So it's the 4-2-3-1 formation.
Exactly. Odion Igalo leading the line.
4-2-3 formation.
No,
4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. It's
the two holding midfielders.
Yeah. Igalo will be leading the line. Samuel Kalu from the left, Ahmed Musa from the right, and Ogu just behind them. Then Ogenekare Tebo and Mikel
side by side
sitting behind ahead of the defenders.
What we call blocking 4.
All right. 0817 0000951 or 0810 9510 951. The players are praying. That just doesn't bring too much of good luck to the national team, sir. That was yesterday war.
I thought I was the only one that noticed.
That was yesterday the Falcons won. They were beaten like thieves by Germany.
I thought I was the only one that noticed. When I said, I was like, no, let's know where this
I don't know. Let's head to the phone lines. Hello. A very good evening to you, Matthew Kalio.
Happy Sunday, greatest.
So happy Sunday to you.
2-0 in favor of Nigeria.
2-0 in favor of Nigeria. You have an idea who will score for Nigeria?
The Gala will score. Ahmed Musa, when he comes in, will score too.
Ahmed Musa is actually starting, so he can score, right?
Ahmed and Gala will score 1 goal each.
All right, thank you so much. Matthew Kalio says it will end 2-0 in favor of Nigeria against Madagascar. And that's the country of CAF president. CAF president and his vice are playing today. They're facing off versus Sama Jupinik.
Exactly.
Right?
Too much power in
All right, and a lot of bragging rights as well.
Yep.
Okay, so that match will soon kick off. Are they observing 1 minute silence?
Yes, there is.
For Piane Noava, I think he's a player who lasts from 1948 to 2019. Seems he just passed on.
All right, so 1 minute silence in honor of the former player who passed on. But we are not observing that here. They are doing that in Egypt. Let's go to the phone lines. We have a caller. Hello.
Emeka, I greet you.
Simon, good to have you. Good evening.
Thank you. I don't want to waste time. I just want to predict this.
Go ahead with your
Nigeria
prediction.
win by two goals to nothing.
Nigeria have not scored 2 goals in this competition.
Yes, Samuel Kalu will score 1. Why Ahmed Musa will score the second goal.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simon from Rumo Dumaya. Of course, he says Nigeria will win by 2 goals to 1. It means that clean sheets will not happen.
He said 2 goals to nothing.
Is it 2 goals to nothing?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, 2 goals to nothing. Prediction coming in from Simon right there from Rumo Dumaya. And of course, that match about to kick off. But time for one more call. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, this is Eric calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, then let's hear you.
Yeah, for me, I don't think we'll score more than 1 goal today. I think we'll win 1-0 or we'll play 1-1.
Okay. Why do you think so?
I think cannot score and they cannot create chances now.
Maybe they will get better today.
They won't get any better. It isn't
You are giving up on the Super Eagles.
I'm not giving up. They are my team. I'm a Nigerian, so I just have to support them. But I don't think it will be more than 1 goal.
All right. Thank you so much for your prediction right there. The match is underway. And of course, we'll be hooking up to Egypt, of course, for the live commentary of that encounter.
A win and a draw from their 2 games. Nigeria 2 out of 2. But they still need to do more to impress us. And Madagascar do look to be absolutely fearless, so what can they do in terms of the rankings? Nigeria 42 in the world, Madagascar 107. In terms of market value, Nigeria's squad valued at around about $220 million. The Madagascar squad is valued at about $16 million US. Put it another way, Wilfred Ndidi, valued at 39 million, who's on the bench, is valued at more than double the entire Madagascar squad. There's no real big names. The only player playing in one of the top 5 leagues of Europe is Thomas Fontaine at centre-back, the man with the ball now, plays for Rennes in France. They've got vocal support here, and this is going to be fascinating. So the sun is setting, the pitch largely covered in shade now, and a fair bit of breeze. As I say, the group winners and the runners-up will remain in Alexandria, and that's actually the best place to be in terms of the weather. By the Mediterranean Sea in this beautiful city of 5 million people. Romain Metanire plays for Minnesota United in the US Major League Soccer, one of the highest profile players in their squad. That's over the head of Andrea to Andrea Tsima. And Andrea, Charles Carolus loses his footing. 35 years old, the captain, Faneva Andrea Tsima. Little touch there from Igalo, Ahmed Musa. Kalu, good pass to Awaziem. Openings here, Mikel. John Mikel Obi. It fell kindly to the captain. Ola Aina's ventured forward from his left-back position as the Super Eagles apply a bit of pressure. John Ogu was in that challenge, so it came to Mikel. Could have done a bit more with it. Ola Aina, Leon Balogun, William Troost-Ekong of Udinese in the Netherlands. Awaziem as John Ogu. Nicolas Dupuis has done great things with his squad. He was having a long chat during the warm-up with Gernot Rohr, the Nigeria coach. Ekong, Awaziem. So Ogu and Etebo are playing as defensive links for Nigeria. Mikel in an attacking midfield role. In a 4-2-3-1. Razak. Oh, they've given it away to Etebo. Touch from Mikel. Razak does well. Still under pressure though, but a referee says that was too much pushing from Odion Ighalo on Aniset. Aniset, the number 13, he plays for Ludogorets in Bulgaria. He's the highest profile player in the Madagascar squad overall. He has played in the Champions League. Back in 2014, played against Liverpool and Real Madrid in group games in the UEFA Champions League. Did to Aniset. Hashtag Total AFCON 2019 on all digital platforms. If you're tweeting or posting or sharing, hashtag Total AFCON 2019. Netanire. Etebo is looking strong in the early stages. Lalaina. Ola Aina's had a good tournament so far, had a good season as well with Torino. And he was dropped ahead of the World Cup last year. But things have gone really well for him since then. Andrea Tsima. Netanire is looking for Lallana. Balogun clears. Fontaine. Andrea. Marco. Nice touch that from Ighalo, but not so good from Mikel. Amada and Andrea, the blonde-haired Andrea, very mobile, very dangerous player. Ahmed Musa. Ighalo. That's a foul by Razak, says our referee Bakary Gassama. And he has got hurt. Razak, he plays in the 5th tier of French football for Arras. Brings down Odion Ighalo, the China-based star. So Razak playing in a pretty lowly level, but he has impressed at this tournament. He's been there with Arras for the past 5 years. Free kick for the Super Eagles. Goals came late in the first 2 games. Chance for an early strike here. Etebo and Musa. One of those two are going to take it. Ahmed Musa. It's a bit too high. Interestingly, Gernot Rohr, the Nigeria coach, his wife is from Madagascar. Yeah, that was always sailing over too high, that from Musa. Gernot Rohr's wife is from Madagascar. So he's playing against the in-laws, so to speak, here. Now Mikel brought down. Coming in too hard with these challenges are the Barea. So Mikel is sent flying and took a bad knock there. If you're watching Madagascar for the first time, their nickname is the Barea, B-A-R-E-A, or Barrier. And Barrier is a type of prized cow found, especially in Madagascar, a very genetically pure kind of Barrier is found in Madagascar. So on their jerseys you'll see the horns of the Barea. Now Aziem roams down that right flank. He plays in Turkey. 10 minutes gone, and it's been Nigeria who've been dominating play. What can they do from this corner? Kalu swings it over. It's a bit higher. Kong is there. Now Lalana, if they can break. Marco. Straight to Etebo, though. Awaziem. Samuel Kalu hasn't found much space as yet. Liam Balogun of Brighton, where he spent most of his debut season on the bench. Trustekong. Through the legs of referee Gassama. Good work from Marco, but he has earned them a free kick pulled by Etebo. Referee Bakary Gassama from the Gambia, one of Africa's most decorated referees. Very sadly, his mother passed away 3 days before the start of this tournament. He was reportedly due to have officiated the opening game, and he arrived in Egypt on Tuesday. So this is his first game of the Nations. Go again with Lalana! What a blunder by the Super Eagles defence. It is a gift goal. Lailana Nomenjanahari puts it away. Liam Balogun. What was he doing? He had his arm up for it, did Balogun, and then he dithers. What a blunder. John Ogu puts it back, but Balogun had raised his arm saying he wanted it. That is disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. At the back there, the Super Eagles, they concede their first goal of the Nations Cup. Lailana puts it away. Would you believe it? Madagascar lead Nigeria by a goal to nil. And it's Lailana with the goal. Well, what drama. Madagascar take the lead through Lailana. News from Cairo. Burundi are down to 10 men against Guinea. Dawa Rugira has been sent off. Oh, almost through there, Odion Igalo. So it's 0-0 between Guinea and Burundi, but Burundi, 10 minutes in, have been reduced to 10 men. Couldn't quite pick up that inviting through ball, Igalo. Lailana, a gift or wrapped goal. And now Nigeria will be tested. So foul on the goal scorer. They were aiming to go through the group stage with a clean sheet for the first time, the Super Eagles, but that has been well and truly scuppered. Well, the Malagasy fans making an awful lot of noise, as you would expect, and Nigeria will have to work hard. A draw would see them get first place. It was just a simple pass back to Balogun where the error came from. John Ogu. Balogun, that'll be such a blow to his confidence. And he's made another error there as Balogun. Oh dear. This time Chukwueze is able to make amends. Lailana. Marco. And is set. So they can pass it around with confidence, can the Barea. Amada. Mombris. He plays in the French second division for Grenoble. Lailana. That's not so good from Anisset. Razak. Strong play. John Ogu. Kalu. Still there, managing to close down Samuel Kalu, not seeing his usual trickery. Ahmed Musa to Kalu. Hasn't been able to go on a run down that right flank as yet, Samuel Kalu. Madagascar lead Nigeria by a goal to nil. Awaziem. Touch from Kalu. Surely that's got to be a free kick, yes. So I was telling you about the referee before all of that drama. Bakary Gassama, our referee, as Kalu was brought down. At the 2016 FIFA Club World Cup, he became the first referee to use the video assistant referee technology at a FIFA tournament. Musa, chance here for Nigeria, surely. What can they do here? Kalu! Left-footed and wide from Samuel Kalu. Well, pretty alarming this for Nigeria fans. For neutrals, it makes the game extremely interesting, as we're going to have to see Nigeria raise their game. Surely. Metanire. Lailana Andrea Tsima came down. Ogu, he's looking pretty imposing in midfield. Kalu. Ahmed Musa. Ola Aina. Ogu. Musa. Want to pick out Igalo. Those two centre-backs will mark him. Razak. Andrea Tsima. Ogu. Troost. Troost-Ekong will just control. Leon Balogun. Ola Aina. Igalo. Musa. Kalu. Etebo. Awaziem, the Super Eagles press up a little. Etebo. Madagascar lead by 1-0. It sounds like the Super Eagles fans have arrived. You can see them there at the top of your picture. As the brass band has just begun. Kalu. Etebo. Ahmed Musa. Ogenekaro Etebo. Lots of possession for the Super Eagles. Ola Aina. Well played by Lalana. That's a foul. The goal scorer, Lalana. This is just terrible. Liam Balogun must have been in two minds and he lost his footing. What a gift. Marco. Lalana. Metanire. 4 goals already of the tournament for Madagascar. That's double what Nigeria have. Etebo under some pressure from Amada. Bakary Gassama just trying to quieten things down a bit, pushing from Andrea Tsima. They are going in hard. Musa. Ogu. Aina back to John Ogu, who plays in Israel for Hapoel Beersheba. Etebo. Mikel. Ogu. That's a poor ball from him. Now, watch out for Andrea. This guy has got pace. Charles Carolus, Andrea. Still he goes. Mombris. Andrea. They're fast on the break, these boys. The left back, Mombris, might have done better with that when it came back to Andrea. Ezenwa in goal of Katsina United, a local base player, home base player. Andrea plays in Saudi Arabia. Kalu. Awaziem. Kalu. Etebo. They're happy to keep possession, take their time. John Ogu. Huge frame John Ogu has. Anisette. And he's been fouled by Igalo, says the referee. So it's a physical game, lots of pushing and shoving. Gernot Rohr's boys are a goal down. Amazingly. 61-39, the possession figure at the moment. in favour of the Super Eagles. Poor ball from Amada, gives away possession. Nigeria 1-0 winners over Burundi, 1-0 over Guinea. Great result against Guinea. They'll have to work hard if they're to get maximum points here. Meanwhile, Guinea have scored. Yatta has got the goal. Came from a corner kick. Guinea lead Burundi 1-0. As it stands, that will be in vain for them. Except they could have a very good chance of getting one of the best third-place spots with 4 points. But in terms of direct qualification, it won't help their cause. Leilana clears. Not many touches for the captain, Andriat Sima. 61-39 the ball possession. 3 shots for Nigeria to 2 for Madagascar. Andriat Sima very much a number 9. He'll stay up there and wait for the ball to be delivered. Hasn't come his way as yet. Mikel. So Mikel is back as a defensive link right now, with John Ogu having gone into the attacking midfield position. Balogun, that goal came from this kind of situation. Nigeria fans will have their hearts in their mouths whenever the ball's played across the back. Right now, not wanting a repeat of that. Awaziem with a foul on Andrea. This Madagascar team began the journey in March 2017 in the preliminary round, where they beat Sao Tome 4-2 on aggregate. The only team that qualified that went through that preliminary stage. And as it stands, they're heading through to the round of 16, and as it stands, they're beating Nigeria. What an adventure. Musa. Kalu. Foul on Andrea, who did fall rather theatrically. Looks straight at the referee. Was quite a strong push, but I think he made the most of it. Awaziem plays for Kayseri Rizespor in Turkey. Troost-Ekong. It's tough going for Odion Igalo so far with those 2 centre-backs keeping tabs on him. Fontaine, Anisset. Looking for ideas, Amada. Poor pass. Now Marco with the touch, and Amada. Amada of MC Alger in Algeria. Wants to pick out Andriat Sima. Ola Aina's there first. Balogun will hoof that away to safety. Igalo commits the foul. It's quite a battle between him and those centre-backs, Razak and Fontaine. And Razak has come off the worst in that challenge. Yeah, there was a push. Dupuis not impressed. Igalo looking for a breakthrough. Madagascar playing 4-3-3. See those 3 strikers up there? against Africa's third-ranked side. It's fearless stuff. Ekong. Back healer from Kalu. Awaziem, that's nice. Mikel. He was playing for a penalty there, Mikel. He actually does think that he hit the arm of the opponent. Was signalling to the referee. Fontaine. Marco. Oh dear, there's a bit of a blunder from the Madagascar keeper, Adrien. This is dangerous, Ahmed Musa! Heroically done by Adrien. Pretty poor at the back there with Madagascar, lovely ball. Musa feels that the keeper went for the player, not the ball. Well, he has a case there, you would have to say. What can they do from this? Andriy Atsima puts it out for another corner. 35 years old is the captain, Andriy Atsima. th minute, that goal came for Lailana. Pushing in the box. There was a bit of moderate shirt pulling there on Ekong by Lailana. So the Super Eagles fans are here now and making noise. Weren't here at kickoff, but the brass band now in full flow. Etebo. Balaga. Ekong. They're just going to get more and more jittery, aren't they? Nigeria at the back, if they don't just put that behind them and just play their normal game. The goal came from an error with a defensive back pass. So they need to get that out of their minds. Another rough tussle between Razak and Igalo. As they intertwine, Andrea, Marco. Aina concedes a corner. Madagascar able to put Nigeria under pressure. Aina with that superb back heel pass in the opening game against Burundi, which Odion Igalo finished off in one of the best goals of the tournament so far. 57-43, that ball possession figure reducing a bit. Fontaine, the centre-back, is up for this, so is Razak. Andrea. Wasted by Anisette. I think the intention there was to flick it. Runners-up in this group play the runners-up in Group F. So, as it stands right now, that would be Nigeria versus Ghana in the round of 16. That'll be quite something. Because Madagascar are top of Group B at the moment. Marco, Andriatsima, Metanire, they're not over-committing men forward, so just had to rethink their strategy there, did the barrier. Mombris Amada. Amada. Jerome Mombris. Marco. Opening perhaps here for Metanire. If he can get past Aina. He had to play that quickly. Etebo. Aina. Overall, I guess you'd say it's been fairly evenly balanced so far. But it's Madagascar who lead with that defensive blunder as Lalaina capitalised on the error by this man, Leon Balogun. Kalu still hasn't exploded in the game as yet. Awaziem, Mikel, Igalo. Igalo's fouled. Kalu down this left flank now. Samuel Kalu. And he sets defence. Aina with a long throw. Straight to Adrien, but he punches. Etebo. Nigeria can try to build something once again. Seemed to touch Igalo's hand. Yeah. Scored within 4 minutes of coming on in that first game, Odion Igalo. He's found it very difficult so far today. Passionate support for the barrier. Unforgettable experience for the team and their fans. Kalu. Mikel. Kalu. They try to close him down, but he dances past three players and earns a free kick. As pushed down by Andriatsima. Well, a goal before the break would ease Nigeria's nerves. Etebo. It went past everyone. Nobody able to connect. Etebo of Stoke City in the English Championship. Very reliable member of the Super Eagles squad. And the goal scorer Lailana has been hurt. In that challenge with Awaziem. No-nonsense referee Bakary Gassama. A lot of pride in the Gambia for his achievements as one of Africa's leading referees. As much as the Scorpions didn't qualify, and indeed have never qualified for the Nations Cup, they're represented here, the Gambia through the referee, and maybe the Scorpions will make it next time. Awaziem, Etebo, Ola Aina, Kalu, they're being shut down, are the Super Eagles. Ekong. That 13th minute goal from Lailana. Nomenjana Hari separates the teams. Musa now. Awaziem. Ogu. Mikel. They're getting closer. Igalo. Odion Igalo. Took a little deflection across. Madagascar survive it. 5 minutes to the break. Musa's cross here came off Mombris. Etebo is getting so much of the ball for Nigeria. Really is one of their key players. Wilfred Ndidi rested, by the way, for this game. Alex Iwobi rested too. Kalu in for Moses Simon. Ogu for Iwobi, Mikel for Ndidi. Ekong for Omeruo, who scored last time. And the keeper Ezenwa in for Daniel Akpe. Those are the 5 Nigeria changes. This is the best crowd we've had so far at Alexandria. That far side stand pretty full. Balogun, Aina. Andrea makes a nuisance of himself. There's no way that Madagascar, with the players on paper that they have, should be able to match Nigeria. No way at all. And yet they lead by a goal to nil. They have the self-belief. Andrea's been great in all 3 games. Ogu, Musa. Anisets. Andrea. That's Lailana, the scorer. Mombris. Anisets. Lailana. Marco. They look for a way through. Lailana, Marco, Andrea Zimmer! The flag was up. Faneva Andrea Zimmer. That's tight, very tight. The boot was just forward, I'd say. Good call, close call. He would love to score at the Nations Cup. 35 years old. Probably won't be back at this tournament. The fans are in full flow on both sides. Musa. Mikel. Etebo Ogu. Igalo. He couldn't tee it up. Anisset got the ball off him. Lalaina. Well, he might have to think of some changes fairly early, Gernot Rohr. Aina. Musa. Igalo. Referee not impressed, not interested in a penalty shout. 1 minute of stoppage time will play. And it's been a very tough half for Nigeria. It's been something for these fans to relish. And they'll continue to believe that the Super Eagles can turn things around. Again, they only need to draw this game to top the group. So they would have liked to have made a statement with 3 out of 3 in the group stage. Well then, there's an awful lot to talk about there. Nigeria are behind after some terrible defending. Presented Leilana with a gift-wrapped goal.
Super Eagles, no tension. You are winning. By the grace of God, you shall win, you shall win, you shall win. Zawa, 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 zawa.
Surely the Super Eagles will need the grace of God today to beat Madagascar, who are 1-0 up already at halftime in that Group B encounter at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. The gifted goal there from Leon Balogun, of course, handing it over to that man called Lalaina, and of course the difference between those two sides, Nigeria and Madagascar. Halftime in Alexandria, 1-0 in favor of Madagascar. How many of you saw this one coming? Victor, let's start with you. Your impression of the first 45 minutes.
I said it that Nigeria would not be able to finish the group stages without
conceding a goal.
Without conceding a goal. It's almost impossible. And right now, that reshuffle in the defense seems to have been detrimental. Look at the mistake that Leon Balogun makes. You want to say these are the kind of mistakes that happen when you don't play for your club, when you don't play club football. William Troost-Ekong has been one of the most brilliant defenders that we've had, and this is as a result of the experience that he has gained several times playing for Udinese right there in Italy. It's really disappointing.
You're putting the mistake down to club inactivity?
Yes, I am. I'm putting
he almost gave away a second one almost immediately.
Right now, every single, including the fans, the guys in the studio as well, whenever Leon Balogun is with the ball, we get shaky. We wonder, okay, what's going to happen? A lot of persons have been calling for the Oyinbo wall, and right now the Oyinbo wall seems to have, or one part of the Oyinbo wall seems to have crumbled Nigeria. It's really, really disappointing. But then going up front as well, we have really not been dicey. Ojon Igalo, he has committed 5 fouls already, simply because that particular man, there's a particular man that has been on his case.
Razak on
exactly.
him, yeah.
Razak has just been on Ojon Igalo's case.
The same way Seka pocketed him in the game against Guinea.
All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a jiffy. Obinna, let's stay on that goal. John Ogu had the ball. He had other options, but Balogun actually called for it, and he decided to pass to Balogun. And Balogun wanted to shade the ball, but of course the ball hadn't gotten to him, and Lalaina pounced immediately, intercepted, and of course got the ball. At that point, there's little or nothing Balogun could have done. Balogun himself, if he tried anything, that would be a penalty and a red card to him. But of course, he had only Ezenwa at his mercy, beat Ezenwa, of course, empty net, was 1-0 in favor of Madagascar. Who do you blame there?
Well, first, you need to see how it's in one fair.
No,
I'm not blaming you.
You don't need to make mockery of our goalkeeper.
He sat down with legs open, Amala said.
But Emeka, I think generally from the build-up of play up until that time, it looked like the man lacked confidence. Now, when you play with big players at times, your blushes are covered, and that's what I think it is. He has been exposed. There's no Wilfred Ndidi. There is no Kenneth